Hi, everybody. I am Kelly, the angel lady, as some people call me. I've been channeling an angel for 33 or 4 or 5 years, a long time. We've had so much assistance by so many beings, and I have a lot to share with you today. Coming in from the Lyran Council, the angel Raphael, Mary Magdalene, Merlin, everybody swirling around and loving us up. We're going to talk about manifestation using sacred geometry today. We're going to talk about the fall equinox and how intense it is, and the energy and the polarization on the planet. We're going to talk about how we're going to be hitting the 12/12 gateway on 12/12/2024, which is the anniversary of 12 years from the original 12/12 Mayan calendar, and the importance of that and what that will mean for the planet, and the point in between that with the equinox coming up next Sunday. And we're going to show you a PowerPoint and talk about Glastonbury and the ley lines and the energy amplifying, and how you can participate in coming into harmony and into unity consciousness, and how we need everybody on the planet to open up their hearts, to be in the frequency of love, and to choose love over fear, and to choose unity over division. So you might be feeling the polarized frequency, right? Which can feel like intense, and it can be that your emotions might feel up and down. I was screaming at my husband this morning. Really amplified energy. That's something I don't normally do. And then we can come into silliness and laughter and joy, and then the next thing you know, we're like, our emotions are all over the place. So you might be feeling that, or you may just be in perfect harmony, centeredness, grounded and in peace, and I hope that you are. But if you're not, we have this incredible opportunity to really align with that energy and with the frequency of harmony, with unity, with love, as we come into the fall equinox, right? The fall equinox being in equal measures of light and dark. But we have been programmed to push the dark away, to not want to feel it, to not want to look at it. But we have to look at it, whether it's on a personal level, our own shadows, or in the collective things perhaps we for a long time have not wanted to see, that are coming up to the surface, that are kind of ugly, that we get to look at, and we may not feel really good about that. And how do we bring that into balance, and how do we bring that into harmony? So lots of different things. I had a call this morning with, we were trying to hit 144 people on the special call this morning, where I gathered people from my community, and it was so much fun. We hit that number. And why is there an importance around that? 144 is a frequency. It's a vibration that is very potent and powerful, that is deeply connected with the Christ consciousness grid, that brings us into unity. And simultaneously, through the transmissions and channelings, and especially the equinox that happened on April 8th, something else happened. And I know that many of you already know about this, but it was the mother source creation grid that was born. And it's this organic, infinite, feminine, beautiful grid of light that's spreading around the planet. And I don't usually like to go into darkness, or, energies that are controlling us, or all of that. But I'm going to talk a little bit about some of that today in relationship to these ley lines, the places that I'm going, and how some of them over history have been hijacked and used for things that are very polarized, that divide us a lot, that could be, and we think of the most polarized thing would be war, right? And the machine of war, and how it can be used to create such division, and how division is really rising on the planet. And we're seeing it in our news, we're seeing it everywhere, we're seeing it with our family and our friends, we're seeing it in politics, just on different frequencies. Can't possibly understand how somebody sees something one way and we are seeing it a different way. Like, how, like, I don't get it. Like, why are they voting for that person? Or why are they thinking that way? We're just like, we're not connecting here. And so this fall equinox is an opportunity to come back into union, and to come back into compassion, forgiveness, integration, and harmony with one another by embracing those parts of ourselves and with others that perhaps we don't feel we line up with, which is just simply an aspect of ourself mirroring itself to us to propel us into a higher state of consciousness. So I'm going to briefly, it's just a minute, I'm just going to share with you a video. Many of you may have seen it before, but if you haven't, I just want you to tap into the Mother Source creation grid that is about love and unity. And it's an infinity symbol that came from Grandmother Spider. And Grandmother Spider came to us on the 8th of April with a message from the indigenous ones, from the planet Earth, from deep within our being to return to the elements, to each other, to more simplicity, to more spaciousness, to the emptiness, to the space in between, and to connect with the codes of light. These codes of light have been coming in. You hear the word light code everywhere, right? Light codes, light codes. People are channeling them, right? I have a deck called the Master Ascension Light Code Oracle deck. I brought in and channeled these light codes, but I'm not unique in any way to this, and it's not about me. It's all around the globe. These are codes of light coming in from higher dimensional realities, right? From this dimension all the way up to 12D. They're also rising up from beneath and bubbling up within the earth. They're coming into the 0 point and they're inviting us to hold them, to anchor them, to radiate them, to open our heart. So when I show you this clip, I want you to just take a look at the intersection that's happening. And I want to make sure that all of you, and I know that most of you here in my community, but others listening to this on YouTube, go to the website and get your free downloaded, easily beautiful symbol of the codes of light, where it's an infinity symbol. One is the one that you're holding for the planet, and the other one is the one that you are receiving. So you might want to be holding healing when you're receiving abundance, or you're holding celebration, but you're receiving light language. And it might change and shift. So you might have had one and it might be shifting for you. And what we're going to talk about today is how we can hold that energy and receive it, but then how it links up and connects with everybody else on the planet. And it begins to create this web, like a grandmother spider web of love and unity around the globe. So let me share my screen and play this for you real briefly, and then we'll get on to what we're going to be doing today. All right, can everybody see this? Here we go.
I am the Mother Source creation grid. I come from nothingness, from the emptiness, the in-between, and I expand that frequency to create an infinite web of love that I am weaving around the magnificent and beautiful planet that you call Mother Earth. She is ascending into a higher frequency, as are you. You were born in this now moment to open your heart, for you're here on the planet at this unique time to participate in the ascension process. I have sent you the Master Ascension Light Codes, and I ask you and 144,000 others to hold these codes in your heart, to send them into the planet and to one another, and to also receive whatever is needed within your being to open up the space to give birth to the new earth. You are one.
Mhm. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, guys.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, isn't that so perfect? Oh, my goodness. We all love Pam. That's so sweet. Okay. Ah! How do I get out of here? Oh my gosh. All right. 1 second. There we go. It's so lovely. We got to see Pam for a minute. If you guys don't follow Pam Gregory, she's incredible. All right. So that energy, is the energy that we want to hold, the energy that we want to tap into, that we want to connect with. So go and print out your symbol. Put it somewhere where you can remember what it is that you're working with and what you're creating. And I want to share with you this tool that I've used for years for creation and manifestation. It's really simple. And then we're going to go into what's happening on the planet with the ley lines, what's shifting, how we connect to them. And I'm going to ask each of you to choose one of the 12 nodes that we're going to be connecting to in the UK, where I'm traveling to, into Glastonbury next week for the equinox, and to see what energy that you're choosing to hold and receive that you can bring into those nodes to widen the ley lines and create unity within yourself, harmonization, peace, and also for the planet. So behind me is the Vesica Pisces. Can you guys see that? The Vesica Pisces is an age-old symbol. Most of you, I'm sure, are very familiar with it. The idea is that we were in the emptiness, like in that video, in the nothingness. And then that nothingness began to create a circle around it and it became contained. That's the infinite space of everything and nothingness all at once, right? It's that womb space of creation. And when that energy multiplied itself, it became two. It became the divine feminine and the masculine, the two circles. When those two circles begin to overlap, it is inside of them is the 0 point. Inside that 0 point is the place of creation and manifestation. Just like, male and female coming together to give birth to something new, it's the same energy. When you work with these basic sacred geometry forms and you spend time with them, you get to align with their energy. This is a very powerful tool for creation and manifestation. You can simply just draw two circles on a piece of paper, interlocking them together, place it on your wall, and stand in front of it. As you stand in front of it, you'll begin to tune into what it is you want to create. And then you want to work with the spiral. The spiral is an energy of creation. The angel Raphael, and came to me, said, I am a spiral of light. That energy spirals down from the heavens and up from the earth, creating vortexes and timelines. We are always birthing new timelines. We have a timeline choice point. I think it's like every 6 seconds, right? An opportunity for something else, depending where we're placing our energy, our attention, our focus, if we're in complaining mode, if things aren't working, or if we're choosing at the end of the day to just say, hey, what went really well today, right? So let's say that you want to move into more abundance. You may go and choose the light codes that birth abundance, which would be two different energies coming together. For me, the energies that come together that birth abundance are gratitude and self-love. If you're not feeling worthy or lovable or holding worth, you can never bring abundance into your experience, because abundance is a mirrored reflection of how worthy you feel to be the container and the vessel of that. So if you take the energy of self-love, the light code of self-love on your infinity symbol that you're going to go download and get, and you do that, you merge that with the energy of gratitude, which is amplifying what is working well and putting your energy and attention there. When you intersect them, you create a spiraled vortex of the intersection of that energy, which in this case would be abundance. And then you would stand in front of the Vesica Pisces. You would write on the spiral an affirmative statement beginning with I am. So an example could be, I am accepting the universe's gifts of unlimited, infinite abundance, and so it is. You would stand in front of it. You would put your hand out right in front of the Vesica Pisces that you drew. You would point your finger at it and you would say it. I am accepting the universe's gifts of unlimited, infinite abundance for the highest good. You would pull that energy in energetically into the heart. You always want to come into the heart center. And then you would guide the energy down into the core of the earth, where the earth star would anchor it, because the earth star energy can anchor anything that you place your intention in and bring to. And then you pull the energy back up out your crown and move it around your Taurus field. And you literally would move your hands like this up and around your Taurus field. Before doing that, you can open the field and then close the field. Then you're encapsulated within the frequency of that in which you're intending by utilizing the energy of sacred geometry. So it's simple, but it's profoundly powerful. And if you do it for 22 or 30 some days in a row, you get into the habit of it. You're changing where your energy, attention, and focus is, and you're creating it. Now you say, okay, well, that's some very basic manifestation skills. I know you guys are all familiar with that. But we're moving way beyond that now as the consciousness is shifting. And what we're doing is we are merging these codes together, but they're all multiplying around, as you saw in that video, right? And so you're also then interlocking with your neighbor, your spouse, your children, all the energies that they're carrying. And as the veil is thinning, the energy between us and everyone around us is also thinning because we're moving into more of a unified field and it's more of a soup. But if you're not in your core, if you're not in your center, if the rug's been pulled out beneath you, all of a sudden all the chaos and the frenetic energy starts to bleed into your experience. And that's when you feel this polarization of feeling really highs and really lows, like really in union with everything, and then really in deep separation. So now I want to show you a PowerPoint and go over why I'm traveling with Debashri to Glastonbury, what it is that we're doing there for the equinox, and how it's going to help you to bring into harmony those polarized energies, and how in turn that will begin to help the planet come into harmony, and how that then hooks you up with your twin flame. So go ahead and get the infinity symbol and just download it. It's free. I get nothing out of you doing it. Just go get it. You get to look at the pictures, hang it up, connect with it, and begin to create and just go move into a feeling of what it is that you want to bring into harmony, into harmonization within your being, the light and the dark. Because the equinox, like these times of the year are so profound and potent, and we forgot about them. We haven't been tuning in our modern day society around the equinoxes and the solstices, but they're very powerful and they have a purpose and a reason. And as the energies are amplifying, it becomes more and more important to connect with these energies. So, I'm going to be traveling and connecting with these nodes on the Mary and Michael line, and then I'll do an activation for all of you guys at 1:44 p.m. New York time. There's a reason it's at 1:44 p.m. on the 22nd of September. And I really hope that you will all be there for the activation and join us. I'll put a link below in this video so that you can see it. Okay, I want to share my screen one more time. Hopefully you guys can see this. Can everybody see this? Hold on. Somebody who's on camera say yes with thumbs up. You can see it? Can you? Yeah, okay, super. All right. So here we go. On Wednesday, I leave for Glastonbury, England. And this morning, I got on a call with our members and people that are in our light codes and asked for 144 to show up. We hit the number 144. I was like, yes. And then we went over it in abundance. This is like overflowing. And so I'm asking everybody to tell everybody to gather together for the equinox. But we have this base core of people who are going to hold the 144, the template of the frequency that we need in this area, that's going to support the widening of the ley lines. And what we're doing here is we're merging and marrying, in a way, the Glastonbury tour, which many of you are familiar with Borough Mump. Now, this is interesting. In the transmission today, a Lyran council member came in, and then it kind of merged with Raphael's energy. And it was talking about how the ley lines, and not to get, I hate to go negative, but sometimes we're balancing the light and the dark. So we're gonna have to talk about the dark sometimes. And and not to be in judgment of the dark, right? But just to validate that there are these polarized energies. these ley lines are very potent and powerful. They're all around the planet, right? They're the meridians of the planet. They're concentrated in certain areas. The ley lines, we're all familiar with them in England, how important and powerful they are. The Lyrans were indicating that they were seeded and brought from the stars. I think from aerial perspectives, you can see the zodiac even mirrored into the landscape itself. But these lines, the animals know about them, right? The birds know about them. They follow them. They use them to guide them. You can walk along them for periods of time. They energize you. They're filled with potent magic and frequency. But also those who perhaps want to use them for something negative or to control the masses or the military complex, to even promote war and division have also used them. And Devishri has done a lot of research, and I'll have her talk in a minute, but there's a understanding that these ley lines are widening, they're amplifying, they're getting bigger. And so they're also amplifying everything on the planet. That's why we're feeling so much polarization, because we're so hooked into the earth and we're feeling the frequency of this amplification of polarization, right? But during times like the equinox, that polarized energy comes into equal measure of light and dark, into a state of harmony, into a state of unity. So when we can connect to these specific places at these times of years, moments in the year, we are choosing and able then to infuse with the codes of light that you have, that you're carrying, and the energy of love in your body and your being into these spaces. And then that amplifies it into the grid that moves around the planet. And so there's an understanding that these ley lines, are not only are they widening and their power of them is widening, but that in certain times, like the equinox, that maybe we could harness that frequency of unity and harmonization that would last 24 hours is lasting 5, 6 days, 10 days, a month. And eventually the idea is that it widens, opens enough that energetically it could last for a whole year. And then we're in a completely different state of consciousness. So the earth itself, as we are ascending, is also ascending. And her meridians, her lines, her dragon lines, ley lines, however you want to connect with them, are coming into balance. So on 8/8, we had the Lion Gate, right? The Lion Gate was incredibly potent. Remember, we came into union with the Lyrans, who were at the 12D level, and their energy then was something that was mirrored within us. And there was a marriage
Wow, that's just terrible.
that happened. Hold on. Let me just make sure everybody is muted. If you could just make sure you're all muted, that'd be super. So that Lion Gateway was epic as it opened up the serpent rope and started moving the kundalini in our bodies and raising our frequency to connect with these higher dimensional beings. But kundalini energy can be a lot, right? It can be intense, and it'll move through your body. If there's places stuck, it might bring stuff up for you, and it can be a process to bring it through clearly, to really get it flowing. So, I'm going to have Devashri talk in a second, but I just want to mention that we're traveling to Glastonbury to connect with the Mary and Michael lines, and we're going to be going to 12 different places. And I want to ask all of you to tap in. I'm going to show you the 12 places in a minute. If any of them like resonate with you, it might be the Chalice Well, or it may be the Mary Maiden Circle, or Clay Hill, where the galactic beings are. And as I show them to you, something might hit you in your heart center, or feel like, oh, that's the place where I want to infuse my energy and my codes that I'm carrying. And I'm going to ask people in the comments below to just list which one you're connecting to, what codes you're holding, which code you're receiving, and and so that we can start to gather more information as we're on our travels, And those in our membership are going to share with us which codes they're holding, which alignments they're in, and our ascended masters are actually going to hold the nodes open energetically, so this infusion of plasmic light can go into these ley lines, and as they move into the ley lines and widen that energy, this is creating this beautiful harmonization around the planet. All right, so Debashri, you want to share about this or something before or after that? Debashri did so much work around this. This is the tour and Burrow Mump, where I've been channeling Merlin, and he's been coming in, and the unification of these two energies. So one thing before she talks that came in, this is maybe a bit controversial, but they were showing me that the mounds that are in this more of a elongated oval shape, that beneath them are buried elongated skulls that are coming from extraterrestrial beings that had seeded this area, that were holding the unity consciousness. That's why so many of us are connected or wanting to connect to this frequency here, and it's deeply feminine. It's very unified. The more of the round mounds they were showing me are burial chambers and sites of us in the human race, and they were much more based in a hierarchical formation of top down, bottom up, separation and division, and that there was some warring of some sort between this, and that we're now infusing and embedding and merging these energies back together to come into balance, which in a simplification is sort of bringing the feminine energy much more into balance again with the masculine energy to give birth to something new within the 0 point. Okay, I'll be quiet now, as I know it was a lot of talking. Devashri, is there some things you want to share here?
I think you've covered most of it. There's just one additional aspect of how the universe is talking to us now in mirrors. It always has. And the understanding of the 144 is crucial because it's also reflected in our bodies. And when you talk about the nadis, you have a system of 72,000. And if you just multiply that into 2, you have 144,000. And so it is the unification of all the chakras, and that's reflected in all cultures and in all cosmologies as well. So you have 144,000 also at the speed of light in the grid arc. It's reflected in the matrix of time itself. So it's this constant that works at all these dimensions. And that is why it has such a potent signature, because it kind of opens up these vortexes, which is what we're now seeing on these nodes along the Michael and Mary line. So the whole system is holographic, and it's reflected. It's constantly being mirrored in the physical dimension for us to walk that path, but we're actually walking that path inside of us and then also cosmically. And another interesting thing was how the serpent path through the 12 dimensions that we went through in the Lyran code is also reflecting, interestingly, within the 12 nodes that are activating the harmonic of the 144 along these 12 sites on the ley line. And so it's incredible how everything is coming up as a mirror. And effectively, the twin flame is really talking of polarities. It's the one thing that will bring us into oneness the most. In as much as we're talking about two becoming one, the whole idea is to bring everything into oneness. And so the minute, it's almost like a code. The minute you see two of something, the next thing is the oneness of those two. And it's it's going through all scales. And that's how they've also discovered that when they study these harmony points, uh, which is where the twin aspects, the masculine and the feminine energies that make up any grid line intersect, you get a twin toric field.
Mm.
It's not a single torus. And that twin torus has a completely different way of energetically functioning from what we would imagine. And it's creating this holy grail figure, which I think is then going to extend into our template
As
as
herself as the Holy Grail, right?
yeah, as we walk this path. And it's very interesting to then now imagine that this is the planet showing us that she's ascending, right? And this is the mechanics of all of that.
And it's something that can be measured, and we can see with the ley
Yeah.
lines as they're widening, it shows us that she's ascending. And so it's how do we connect with that frequency and bring those two torque fields and the twin flame energy into harmony. And that's what we're gonna talk
And we
about.
use the light codes to connect, right?
Yeah.
So the mother source is kind of allowing us to play with that morphogenetic field of, sound and light and consciousness, to be able to then create those frequencies that go from the cosmos to the center, to the core of the planet, and then reflect back to the surface as this renewed grid of energy for everyone to tap into. So the system is it's full of mirrors, and it's multidimensional. And I think at the end of the day, it's just calling for us to see that we are the planet. And I think that's where the magic is.
Yeah. It's incredible. And so as people tap into the codes and they feel those frequencies, what we're asking them to do as we're building the grid is to merge your two codes within the Vesica, like taking your two codes and bringing them together and seeing what the birth point of that is. And for some people, that might feel a bit complicated. Um, like here's an example of the birthing code in this sacred holy womb. And as you connect them together, it gives birth to the star child, which is the frequency that's being born from it. Here we're taking the Christ consciousness light code, the creation code, merging them together, and it's bringing forth the Holy Grail. But you can work on this and interpret it as you will with whatever of the two codes it is you're holding and the intersection of them and what that might be giving birth to. And so before, so just, tune into those. You're holding and receiving them. And then we're going to travel. Oh, there's so much going on here, but we're going to travel here along the Mary and Michael ley lines, to bring harmony of the 12 nodes together. And so we were asking for 144 volunteers, but we really ultimately on 12/12, when we hit 12/12/2024, which is the 12-year anniversary of the 12/12 gateway of the end of the Mayan calendar, to somehow bring together 144,000 people in unity consciousness, pulsating this light all at the same time. And the work that we're going to be doing in England is connecting with these 12 nodes with 144 beings holding the template, and then all of you coming on for the activation as we keep amplifying that energy and bringing into harmonization the codes that you're carrying, that you're intersecting, that are being infused within the ley lines themselves. Um, So the two great serpents are the primary circles of the vital earth energy. We've talked about all this, but these are the different places you guys have heard about and understand, I'm sure, these different grid lines around the planet, like Mount Shasta and Lake Titicaca and Tibet and the dragon lines. And when I was channeling Merlin and we're working with these energies, what they were showing me or talking to me about was that the serpent energy, the dragons themselves, hidden within the mounds of the nodes of these places, has been somewhat deactivated or isn't fully connected and it needs repair. And if it's feeling, and tell me what you think about this, Debashri, as we're energetically repairing it, it's as we are coming into union with our twin flame, as getting the kundalini moving.
Yeah, and I think it's reflected also in what's happening on the planet. If you just consider the Kundalini to be this transformative, purifying flow, it's what's happening through the waterways on the planet. Like you just um, got this morning from the call, and it's the water that's returning back to the land and to these sites that is actually purifying and reorganizing the energies. And that's what the Kundalini force by way of the human channels will also do. And I think it's talking about that flow, perhaps, right?
Exactly. And so here, I just want you guys to see, these are the 12 points. So you may want to take a screenshot of this or tap into them to prepare for the fall equinox activation. And you might feel a calling to one or many of these sites energetically, where you'll be infusing your codes of light to widen that vibration of harmony and unity consciousness. So just take a look at what they are. Some of them you're probably very familiar with, some of them may be new to you. And these are where we're going to be traveling along the ley line here, all the way down to the tip of Cornwall. And these are the different sites, but I'm not going to read about all that, but we'll send the PDF out to you. This is just a preview of it. You can go into deeper research and understanding about each site if you want to, and connecting into them. All right. Did that make sense? Is it starting to like form? You guys like making sense? So I got the card deck out, Master Essential card deck out, and I said, okay, tell me just what's going on with the equinox and this energy coming and what are we supposed to do? And I can't even tell you how amazing it is, like what shows up. It's pretty crazy. So the first one was the Earth Star. So we're working with Merlin right now, and I'm inviting you guys to get outside, to be with the elements, to communicate with all of them with the fire. I did a fire walk the other night, and the fire was like totally making dragons. It was so cool. Just talking to the water, talking to the light, the wind, and anchoring in the energies, right? And then Grace Consciousness came up, which is what we're going to be merging the 12 and the 12, which is the 144, which is the Christ Consciousness grid for unity around the planet as we move into the equinox. Some of you might be holding that code. And then these two cards came up, no joke, together divine feminine and masculine. Come on, it's pretty amazing, right? Which is the intersection, which is the Vesica Pisces. So balancing and harmony of these energies within yourself and noticing perhaps where you may be out of balance, like, and how can you bring it in? Maybe you're working too much. Maybe you're not working enough. Maybe your relationships are out of balance. Your food could be out of balance. Your the flow of abundance could be moving in one direction or the other. And where can we start to bring harmony and balance as our intention as we move into the equinox to bring that balance in? And that balance is coming into union with the twin flame. The twin flame light code, we start October 14th. It's going to be epic. So we're going to move into that and the mirrored work of that, which we kind of did in that last activation with the Lyrans. And then the unity card came, moving into full unity consciousness, which births the new timeline. So we keep talking about these new timelines being born, and they are, and we might be like, okay, but am I seeing a difference in my life? And sometimes we have to go through these intense pieces and parts to elevate and to give birth and rise to the new timeline. And the final card that came up was celebration as we celebrate this. And it feels to me like there's going to be a huge celebration on 12/12, 2024, as we really move through all these gateways, and just going to be raining in so much love and so much light. So, I just thought maybe today, normally I channel for all of you guys, but I channeled this morning, for my members, and I could bring in the beings for a few minutes, or I could also answer if there's anything coming up in the chat that you would like me to answer about what's going on, with this energy and how to connect to it. All right, so throw in the chat if you have any questions. And, oh, hold on, let me mute everybody.
Appears to me to be getting larger 6 months ago.
Okay, I think you're muted. All right. So a couple things coming up. Advice for people possibly experiencing psychosis symptoms from the Kundalini. So if you're not, like anything, you're not prepared for the Kundalini energy, energetically, and it starts to come in, it can be a lot. And so usually preparatory work is needed in your field before really fully aligning with that energy. Um, and there's, but at the same time, it has such strong intelligence. So if it's coming into your experience, it is for a reason, but it requires a lot of spaciousness. And if it's creating chaos, it means that your field is generating already a chaotic energy, because it's going to mirror and amplify what's already happening within you. And so my recommendation would be to get into nature, to get into water, to get into stillness, to practice really expanded meditation practices, to center, to ground, and to really recognize where the energy within you may be chaotic, and you can begin to create more spaciousness and balance. Is there anything, Debistry, you would recommend around that?
It's usually, I mean, I've been told that it's being in complete surrender as far as possible. When you come up against any symptoms from the Kundalini, it's usually the resistance to it. It's not the energy itself, it's your resistance to it.
Yeah, it's the chaos in your own field resisting it.
It's the same. Yeah.
Because it's going to push you through some things sometimes that we don't want to, that are uncomfortable. And we have to surrender to the construct of how we think things should be. So my experience with the Kundalini is it will mirror to me constructs that almost want to keep it at bay, that a willingness to let go of and to surrender to wherever the Kundalini wants to go, I guess, in a way, would you say? How about a twin flame dynamic that doesn't feel supportive? Are we still here to merge with those? It's really interesting. So how do we even define that, right? How do we know that that is the twin flame? And the twin flame is going to mirror you, because it's the reflected aspect of who you are, coming back into union with self. So if you're experiencing not feeling supported, where you energetically vibrating with that frequency of not expecting or deserving or opening to support, and perhaps is there a place where you're not being supportive, because it's the two energies mirroring one another. Tell me your wise words on this, Debashri.
I don't know if I'm entirely qualified for this. But I think that's the core purpose of the twin flame, is to accelerate your ascension process, which means that it's going to push many things to the fore that you really don't want to deal with. And you always have a choice um, to choose the pace at which you want to go at. But usually, when you're confronting mirror work of any kind, it's going to come with that acceleration. And that is, ironically, its purpose in some sense. Because what that does is then it's probably going to push us into a sense of clearing that trauma, so that we can then be prepared to offer service at a larger scale beyond the self. And so I think I would stop and ask myself, what is the best way that I can transmute that difficulty into being present for a larger, to hold a larger space in this journey.
Exactly. And the twin flame comes into union when you're ready, as you're also to be of service on some level. And in order to get to that place, things may be showing up that it's accelerating and pushing you through to heal, to come into union, so you're prepared to work at that higher level. All right. So people are asking me to channel. We only have 10 minutes left, so I could do let's just tune in for a moment. And take a nice deep breath. Breathing all the way in and let go. And another deep breath all the way in and letting go. Placing your hand on your heart and just saying out loud, I love you, with your name afterwards. And coming into the presence of the here and now. Tuning into the frequency of gratitude, asking yourself what went well today or yesterday, moving into something that you are grateful for, shifting the frequency into a higher octave. Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello, hello, hello,
Hello.
Hello,
hello,
hello.
hello,
Hello.
hello. Wow.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Oh, oh, oh. We are very delighted to be here with you, as always, and attuned to your energy and frequency as you are approaching the vibration of the equinox. It is that as the earth is amplifying its energy, and as you are feeling all of this within you, we are asking you to go outside and to lay flat upon her. And as you are laying flat upon her, to open your eyes, to look into the sky, to feel the energy of the earth all around you. For as these lines that you are speaking of, the serpent and dragon and ley lines, are widening and the energy is coming into harmonization, as you are laying upon her, you can attune to these energies if you are not near them and invite them to travel to you. As you invite them to travel, they move from underneath the earth, as if the serpent is moving and widening through tunnels like the mycelium of the trees. And it is extending itself from the ley line and the powerful energy that dwells and resides there within the earth to wherever it is that you are. As you are laying there and inviting it, you may feel a tingling beginning to happen, a feeling underneath you, a feeling of an opening within your heart. Invite the energies to come in. As you are doing that, continue to let go and open and intend to connect to another line of energy, another strong and powerful meridian point on the globe. It may be the two lines of the Mary and Michael line, but it may be two other lines that are polar opposite of yin and yang, are the energies of the masculine and the feminine that are on sacred points across the globe, hitting particular nodes. These energies carry certain frequencies and vibrations that are very potent, but are not only in these places that you are speaking of, but there is a great desire inside the earth itself for them to widen and to open up on points that are unknown. Places across the globe where they have not been activated to date, as if they are proliferating, amplifying, exponentially growing. And so if you can go into your yard or a place where you live or a park and lay down on the earth and feel the current of the telluric currents and the energies, and intentionally invite the lines of energy that are potent at sacred nodules and points on the globe to travel through the serpent energy to where it is that you are, coming in from two directions, which is the energy of the masculine and feminine, the twin mirrored vibrations of the polarization, to come in and to enter you at the base of your spine. As this is happening, you will begin to feel a movement, a heat at the base of your spine. But this energy that is coming in is coming from the planet itself. And as it does so, it begins to move up through your body and out your crown, beginning to create a toric field around your body and a spinning energy. As the spinning energy opens, it opens within the heart, and the spiral of the gateways from 12D begins to descend and explode light into your heart center, descending beneath you into the core of the galactic center where the waters are bubbling up, and that energy rises in, exploding all these codes of light within the field of the sphere around your being. Then you begin to set up in meditation, feeling the energies drop into your crown, through your spine, and into the core and back out around the toric field. And with your intent, holding the codes of light to bring them into harmonization, you can choose to activate a node or a point exactly on the place in which you are sitting on the planet. In doing so, this amplifies and widens these lines as more points are born across the globe. As these points are born across the globe, they begin to connect and intersect as you move into harmony and unification during the equinox. Then we invite you to come together at the equinox, returning to the nodule point on the planet that you have opened, revisiting it daily or regularly to amplify and infuse its energy with your love, knowing that it is beginning then to intersect with all others who have done the same around the globe, bringing and carrying this wide and powerful serpent energy that is intersecting, bringing more light and unification. As you enter into the equinox itself at the particular moment in time in which you are all coming into union through the activation, these nodes begin to intersect. And as they intersect and are amplified with the lines of the Mary and Michael lines, which will be widened and opened and brought into greater harmonization around the globe, that energy and infusion of plasmic light that will be amplified through the 144 harmonics of sound, in which the importance of drumming and the energy of the sounds come into union within yourself and your own being through the vessel of your body, through the song or the flute or the sound of the birds or the sonic energies coming in from the seas, will create a swirling energy of vibrations that will amplify into concentric circles, radiating out from the nodule point in which was created, that will interlock and intersect, creating a new field of light that is placing an energy of preparation for the 1212 gateway of 2024 that will amplify this light to an exponential point in which you are placing perhaps a preliminary work in many regards in place at this time. And so this is what we are asking of all of you right now in preparation for the activation of the equinox, in preparation itself for the 1212 activation of the 144 grid line, in which the Mother Source Creation Grid light comes fully online in the merging with the Christ Consciousness grid that is in support of you aligning with these energies that are ancient and old, that are now being formed to create new lines in relationship to the energies that you are carrying. Because these lines then are secret in a way. They are new, they are fresh, they are pure, they are clear, but they are not in a formation that can be used or hijacked by other energies, because they are unique and they are receiving the energies from the original lines, but they are so pure. And then a loop, a feedback loop will begin to happen as you continue to enter these specific places. You not only are in receptivity of the power of the energies that they carry, but you are then sending energy to them, which is amplifying that. And that is creating a lock, in a sense, of from any energies that are utilizing that are not based in the frequency of harmonization and unity, that want to work in a fragmented pattern of an extended energy of polarization for the utilization of division and dividing the energies into places in which are not participating in the ascension process of the beautiful planet and yourselves into these higher dimensions. And so this is a way in which you can directly impact this supporting role for the ascension of the planet and yourself. With that, we send you all of our love and light from the angelic realm. Know that you are loved, cared for, and supported, that you are not alone, that it is hard sometimes in a narrowed vision of the human experience based in linear time to always see the larger divine perfection and perspective of what is occurring and unfolding. But we want to assure you that you are in a quickening process that is not always comfortable, but is in alignment, and that all the work that you have done and continue to do is accelerating this process. And in that, your job is to continue to return to the center point, to the middle way, to the place of unity within yourself, in the harmonized field of the remembering of this divine blueprint, as you surrender to the truth of the love that you are. With that, many blessings, much love, and good day. Aww. Mm. Mm. Okay. All right, everybody. Love you. Have a beautiful weekend and a Sunday. Thanks for popping in and being with us. Remember to get your infinity symbol, to download it, to register for the equinox. The twin flame light code you can still get on sale till the 19th. It starts October 14th. And we will be popping in from Glastonbury with all the magic. I love you. And put in the comments below which of the 12 nodes that you're going to tap into. Mwah. Okay. Bye. Have a beautiful weekend, everybody. Enjoy. I think the sun is coming in the window. I can't hear you. I'll let you chit chat. Hold on. How do I unmute you?
Love, love, love. We are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Grateful.
Love, love, love,
Love,
love,
love,
love.
love. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank
Ah,
you.
Thank you, Demetri.
Love, love, love.
Thank you
Love,
all.
love, love.
Love, love.
Love,
Peace.
Thank
love
you.
and blessings.
Blessed be.
Love,
Love, love, love.
love.
Love so much.
All right. Bye, guys. Mwah.